Hi friends, I'm Yakuta Karkhanawala and today we are going to see the next type of if statement, that is if else statement. In if else statements, we are going to have two specific statements. One statement would be executed if the state condition is true, and we'll have another block of statement which will be executed if the condition is false. Let's understand this with a simple diagram of if-else statement. In if-else statement, we'll check for the condition. If the condition is true, then this part of the block would be executed and you'll come out of the if statement. And if the condition is false, then we'll execute else code. Okay, so if the condition is true, then also we are executing something, and if the condition is false, then also we are executing some statements. What is the syntax of if else statements? So if inside bracket put some condition, you can also have expressions or a variable name. If condition is true, whatever you have mentioned inside this braces will be executed. If the condition is false, you will go to the else part. Else is the keyword. If and else should all be in small letters. After if there should not be semicolon. After else there should not be any semicolon. If the condition is false, the compiler will come to the else part and it will execute whatever statements we have written within this particular braces. Remember this, the braces after if and else can be avoided if you have only one single statement. But if you have a group of statements to be executed, if the condition is either true or false, then you have to compulsory place the braces, the starting and ending braces. Let's understand this with a simple example. Okay, if and else, there should be two parts in if else statements. After if, you are going to put the condition. If a modulo 2 equal 0 is my condition. If the condition is true, then this part is executed. That is, printf a is an even number would be displayed onto the screen. If the condition is false, my compiler will come to the else part. After else, don't put any condition, simply write down else without semicolon. So if the condition is false, whatever you have written after else would be executed. That is, printf a is an odd number. So I have two statements, printf statements here. One printf statement is executed if the condition is true, and another printf statement is executed if the condition is false. Let's see this also with an example in Dev C++. So I'm going to create a new file and write down the program of if-else statement. So you can write down a comment here. When I use double slash means it's a one-line comment. Program to test if-else statement. Okay. First should be a hash include stdio.h void make the braces have, I'm taking a variable a of integer data type, going to display some values, enter value of a slash n, ended with semicolon, scanf for inputting the value inside a, that is percentage d, comma, ampersand a, semicolon. Now I'm going to have my if else statement after this. So if bracket condition a modulo 2 equal 0, this is my condition, don't put semicolon, braces, printf a is even number slash n. And if the condition is false, then it will come to the else part. It's else braces, printf a is odd number slash n, and it's semicolon. If you want, you can have extra statements after if else block, the end, and it's semicolon. Okay, this is my program where I have inputted the value of a. I'm using if else statement. If some condition is true, then the first printf would be executed. If the condition is false, then printf statement would be executed. And then at the end, I have one more printf statement, that is the end. Save your file, if else. So my file name is if else test. The save as C file. Save it. Now compile your program. There are no errors, no warnings. See if I'll place a semicolon after if, and now I'll compile it, then I'll get my error here. Okay, so avoid this. Avoid placing semicolon after if or after else. But after printf, after integer a, everywhere you have to put semicolon. So for compile your program, there are no errors, no warnings. Execute your program. Execute your program. So enter value of a. I have entered the value of a is equal to 4. Means it's an even number. So a is even number would be displayed. And then afterwards, this part would be displayed. I'll come after if statement. This is my end of if. Else part would be skipped and directly the end would be displayed onto the monitor. So that's what I'm getting. A is even number and the end. Press any key to continue. Again, when I'll run the program, right? So enter value of a. This time I'm entering the value as equal to 5. That is 5 modulo 2. That is 1. 1 equal 0 is false. Right? So in that case, it will go to the else part where a is odd number would be displayed and the end would be displayed. So when I enter the value as 5, the else part will be executed. When I enter the value of 4, that is even number, then the first part would be executed. Every time the end will be displayed because it is completely outside the if block.